Flex United Stand. I'm here with Robbie from Arsenal Fan TV, ahead of the big one, the big one, Saturday against Arsenal at the Emirates.
Sound worried, man.
I have to be worried. Because
it's your birthday on that day as well, right?
It's my 30th birthday on the day of the game. It could be the best birthday ever. It could be the worst birthday ever. Am I looking forward to it? Yes, I am actually looking forward to it, actually. I am. It hasn't been a good stomping ground for us recently. But I don't know. I've got a feeling, man.
Do you know what? I like you, and right, I want the birthday to be a nice birthday, but boy, you know what I mean? Unfortunately, you know what I mean? I need my team to win, man. So if your birthday don't go too good, you know, I mean, you can still enjoy yourself, man. Drown your sorrows later if it don't work out, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, listen, at home this season, and at home over the past couple seasons, we've beaten you, haven't we? We've beaten you, we beat you last year pretty convincingly. We beat you the previous year. And at home this season, I have to say, our home form's been very, very good. We not only have we not lost a game at home, we've won every game. We've not drawn a game either. So, you know, at home, the confidence is high. And even me speaking to a lot of Arsenal fans after the game against Huddersfield, most of the fans that I spoke to, they were like, normally they'd be, oh, I don't know, man. But I'd say 90% of them are very confident that we can get a result.
Do you know, it's funny you say that, because our fans in our games, most of them are saying, oh, Arsenal, roll them over easy, man. Yeah, we got Arsenal, we got Arsenal. It was
That's
the
what
Watford
the Tottenham
game.
fans were saying.
Yeah.
That's what the Tottenham fans were saying.
It was the Watford game that our fans were more like, oh yeah, tough game at Watford, but yeah, we'll do Arsenal, then it's the City game. So a lot of our fans are kind of just looking past it.
Yeah? So they looked on the Watford game as harder than coming to us.
Well, there were a lot of them said they were more worried, and obviously the City game is the real big one. But in terms of the games that we needed to get the points, which was 9 points by the time we played City and keep that, including your game, and it was like they've seen it's like a given.
So you're looking past it. Well,
yeah,
I'd say, you know what, right? That's exactly what Tottenham did. Their fans, they rolled up. They thought it was going to be an easy game. All the pundits as well, they were favourites. People making them title contenders. I was like, hold on a minute, we're a point behind them. And I don't think we're title contenders. How are they title contenders? And look what happened. Well, not only did we beat Tottenham, we beat them very easily. And I think, you know, you're a better team than Tottenham. Obviously, you've got some very, very good players that to fare. You know, there's the pace of, you know, Rashford, Martial. You know, there's Pogba in there. There's Lukaku. There's everywhere across the pitch. But then, having said that, I look at our team, the way we're playing, the way we're defending at the moment. Since Mustafi's come back in, you know, we've been keeping clean sheets. We've had tough games. Spurs, since we lost to City, we've had Spurs and Burnley. Both of those games, you know, you could lose on paper.
That Burnley one, you really ground that one out. That was important.
Yeah, but you know what I liked about that game, we showed a lot of fight in that game. You know, those are the sort of games that in the past, when you go up there, it was freezing cold and everything that people say we don't like
Arsenal
it up us.
Yeah, Arsenal won it.
Well, we matched them. We matched them physically, and we kept a clean sheet. And, you know, Huddersfield, who beat you guys, I know it was at their place, so it's totally different. Yeah. But we rolled them over. There were little moments in that game where we weren't at our greatest, but once we clicked into gear, and when we play Man United, it's going to be, the vibes of that game ain't going to be like Huddersfield to start off with it. Every fan, it's just an expectation that we're just going to go out there and just quite casually roll it. We're going to be right up for that game. So I'm surprised that United fans are feeling like that.
Do you know what?
I'm glad they're feeling like that, because they might get a shock, because Arsenal at home this season, away, we ain't been great. But at home this season, you know, we haven't been, I still don't think we've hit the heights, but we ain't been losing at home. So
I think that's the biggest thing. I mean, a lot of the United fans, to me, even on social media, they're like, Flex, be more positive, man. We'll beat Arsenal, and I kind of see it from your stand of view. We like to get onto Arsenal, like to call them pushovers, say that it's men against boys a lot of the time, and the same old Arsenal problems. You Wenger in, you Wenger out. It's like your club has had so much turmoil around it. So I think those fans who are not seeing, concentrating on the football, are looking at that.
They're blinkers, because the last two times at Emirates, we've beaten you.
And that's what I mean.
Last season we destroyed you, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, I don't know.
And the season before that, you battered us 3-0 at half time.
So what's up with it? I don't know. I don't know what people are really. We got our problems at Arsenal, right? But people are really underestimating us this season. I'm not saying, listen, we won't win the league this season. But I said right from the beginning of the season that I felt that we will get in the top 4. And when Arsenal are playing and we're on our game, we're a match for anybody. Even when we play City. City were by far the better team, but there were moments in that game when we got it back to 2-1 before they got that dodgy third goal that they got.
That's City all this season. They've been getting a rubber degree in the whole
We had City worried. I spoke to City fans after the game. They said that's the hardest game they've had all season. So, and that's away from home where we ain't been playing well. So, I'm glad that United fans are all optimistic.
I've tried to put a bit of caution to
Mark, all them man. You carry on. Carry on, man.
I'll look in all of my previews from games that we've done leading up to this. I've kind of kept consistent in it, and that's like me saying, am I confident we're going to go to Arsenal and get that win? I'm not. And after the Watford game, I wanted to stick by it, if I'm honest, because I think we'll get a draw. I do think we'll get a draw.
No,
yes, I would love to beat you, but and like I said, if Jose does that whole thing of park 1,000 buses and just try and sit back there, I think you'll pick us off. I honestly do. Yes, we're solid at the back and you might try and go down that way, but like you said, for the big games at the Emirates, especially against us, you're up for it, man. Things
about Mourinho, I've never seen him play Wenger and not be quite defensive. You know, even when he was at Chelsea. I mean, yes, there's a time at Chelsea they beat us 6-0, but even that, they sat back and they just picked us off. And I can't see him being any different this week. I mean, you know, on the counter attack, he got blistering pace. You know, even as much as I don't like Mourinho, I'd slate him or whatever, but it makes sense to be, you know, a bit defensive against Arsenal and try and catch us on the counter.
We have to have a game plan, of course. We can't just go straight out there, attack against attack. A lot of people are calling for us to do that. Go with Lukaku, Martial, Rashford. Go at them. If we try and go toe-to-toe, we're in trouble.
I think if you do that, you'll have problems at home. Away, yes, but at home, I think you'll have problems. I think more Mourinho will be looking at solid base and counter attack, and that, you know, that works against us sometimes. That does work against us, and he's had loads and loads of joy against us over the years. But I don't know, man. I've got a sneaky feeling this week that, you know, we that win against Spurs, you wouldn't believe the amount of confidence that brings to a team, you know, and even the fans. It brings a lot of belief, and as I said, nobody really thought that we'd have much of a chance against Spurs, and we destroyed them.
You did.
And that Spurs gave you guys, even though you beat them, it was 1-0. They gave you a lot of problems.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say a lot of problems. They had one chance.
They didn't even have Harry Kane.
They didn't
even have Kane when they played.
But they didn't have him when they played you either.
Well, that's because
he was pretty much injured.
That's because he was in Mustafi's pocket. He weren't injured, man. You know,
he was injured. He was heavily strapped, man.
Strapped, but then he went out on the Wednesday and played against Dortmund, scored a couple of goals, and he's the great Harry Kane again.
Yeah, true.
Ali was played full 90 minutes again.
Ali was poor.
Again, he went out on the Wednesday, brilliant. Yeah. How comes they weren't injured for that game?
I think in that game, I just think they just didn't turn up for it. They didn't turn up for it.
He was strapped to Mustafi's pocket. That's what he was strapped. You know what I mean?
All right then, devil's advocate, because you lot are confident right now. I get that.
Not overconfident, because listen, it's United.
You could still put in one of them Arsenal performances where
listen,
it all just goes to
You're a very good team, right? You're a very good team. You're above us in the league, right? And you're above us for a reason. You've been playing better than us this season, and I've seen games where you put 4 past teams and that regularly this season, and the win at Watford was impressive. You know what I mean?
We haven't been playing like that recently.
It's a difficult place to go to.
We haven't been playing like that recently.
But at home, I'm quietly confident, especially after seeing the Tottenham display, especially after the other night against Huddersfield. You know, them players are confident. I'm a bit disappointed that obviously it looks like Lacazette will be out.
Was he injured?
So yeah, he's injured. He picked up a groin injury in that game, but I'm hoping that in that game Wenger then reverts to putting Welbeck in there, maybe on. He always seems to score against you guys. So putting Welbeck
last year, mate. Yeah.
I'll put Welbeck on the right, and I'll put Alexis Sanchez down the middle, and then that still offers us lots of pace.
Midfield, would you go with Ramsey and Xhaka in there again?
Yeah. I think Ramsey was. Xhaka was a little bit sloppy the other night against Huddersfield. Wasn't his greatest of games, but Ramsey's been. He's been excellent.
You lot had a lot of stick for him recently, innit? And a lot of people get onto him. But
last season, people got onto him because he was poor. You know, until he went to the Euro. Every time he went to play for Wales, he was brilliant.
Wicked, yeah.
Then when he played for us, he was poor. But this season, he's been doing bits. And I like Ramsey this season. I think he's been like an unsung hero in that team. So
Your back five, does it much pick itself?
Kolasinac, you guys are
He's
going to get
solid.
to see.
He's solid, yeah.
Bad boy player, right? So he'll give you problems. And the back three, Bellerin, I'm a little bit worried about Bellerin because
Potentially up against Martial, you mean? Or?
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about him up against the pace of Martial and Rashford and that. The back three have been playing good, man. Mustafi, as I said, since he's been back, we ain't conceded a goal. Koscielny and Mustafi, that combination plays well. And Monreal, you know, show me a better left back this season than him. He's been phenomenal. So, you know, and then checking goals solid. So
on Czech,
defence-wise,
you know what? Is Czech losing it a little bit? Do you reckon, or do you think he's as solid as ever? I've seen a few of your fans saying, "Oh, Czech, man, is that fault for this? He's getting a bit past it."
I always think that some of the fans are a bit harsh on Czech, right? Because it's easy if he makes a mistake to point out and say, Czech is because of his age. But I think he's been solid. He's made some very vital saves. He made a vital save against Burnley. Made a vital save against Huddersfield the other night. He's been solid, and you know, he's an organiser. He's experienced. That this game won't faze him. The only thing about Czech is if you get a penalty. You know what I mean? Man hasn't saved a penalty since he's come to the Emirates.
Saving it, but are we going to get a penalty at the Emirates?
But listen, yeah, man, we're looking quite solid. Which is something you don't really normally say about Arsenal.
Normally these games, your fans, especially even in recent years, I know you get up for the big games, but it's, I don't know, we can do a typical Arsenal, we're going to lose, or we're going to not play well, we're not going to be solid, we're going to roll over. But it hasn't been that. And I honestly think, I mean, I've been saying to our fans, we can't take them lightly. It's going to be a difficult game. It's going to be a difficult game. And if Mourinho sets us up to just kind of, in our two big games away so far against Chelsea and Liverpool, there were two perfect times to play those two teams. At the time we played Liverpool, they were on a bad run, not playing well. We sat, we parked the bus. Chelsea, there was pressure on Conte at the time. You know, a couple of their fans were saying he's a couple of games away from losing his job. Knee-jerk reaction, yes, but that's what was being said. We didn't put in the performance. So I haven't seen the evidence to prove to me that we're going to go to you guys and be attacking and where
I think the one thing about those two games, I think those two games you didn't have Pogba, don't it? So
no, exactly, and him back is huge.
I think he makes a big difference to your team. But as I said, I wouldn't if I was a United fan, don't get too complacent because we're playing at home. As I said, away, still not happy with our away performances, and you know, but at home we've won every single game at home this season. It's a fortress at the moment, you know what I mean?
And our away form's been like that, so you know we're not consistent on the road as well. At the
Huddersfield and games like that. Even the other night, it's a great win, 4-2, but they got 2 back.
Exactly, we took our foot off the gas, and I was really disappointed about it. Being 3-0 up and letting them back in, we can't be doing that on the road.
It's going to be a great game, you know what I mean? It's so hard to call because you've got two teams that, you know, are very evenly matched. But I think if I'm looking for one Arsenal player that I think if he turns up in that game, you have a lot of problems, and that's Ozil. I think he could be auditioning.
Well, I was gonna be my next point, Ozil. Yeah,
but that was if he turns up, he's been playing well this season.
He has. He's been putting in some good performances, and
you know, he can unlock any defence.
On that, you say he could be auditioning with his contract situation. Wenger's come out and said Sanchez and Ozil will still be there after January unless something extraordinary happens. let's look at the summer. I think it's safe to say they'll be there after January. I can't see that happening.
I don't think
Wenger has done stranger things. I don't think in the summer,
January, unless it's a ridiculous offer.
Ozil, Man United.
Yeah, it could happen, man.
And we done a video about that, didn't we? The FIFA Awards, and you were like, nah, he ain't coming. A couple months down now. Can you maybe?
So he could walk at the end of the season. We've messed up.
Yeah.
You know, I don't even want to get into it, man. It gets me mad. You know, it's been disgraceful the way our board and that have handled these deals with Sanchez, Ozil, and Wilshere.
But why do you think they haven't signed? Do you think it's the club hasn't offered them the right money?
No, they've been offered loads of money, but I just feel the club left it late. They left it too late.
So they want to look at their options.
They should have offered all that money ages ago, and they left it late. And then with contracts how they are nowadays, if you leave it late, all the power's with the player. So you know they're going to wait it out till the end of the season. It's the perfect scenario if you're a player. You either, especially players like that are in demand, you either go to another club, where you know big clubs as well, or you can stay for a massive signing on fee. Why would they go anywhere right now? Why would they go even in January?
Yeah,
so, I don't think they'll go in January, but I think at the end of the season they'll go. Interesting thing for me with the Ozil one is that the amount of United fans over the years, rubbish, Ozil, useless. This player's Carrick's better than him. This, that. Now, all of a sudden, now you're clamouring for Ozil. You know what I mean? It makes me laugh.
Well, do you know
he's
what?
good all of a sudden. All of a sudden, he's be the answer. He'd be the creativity. But before, he was rubbish. He don't create nothing. He don't.
Do you know what? I think it's actually a mixed bag because a lot. No, it is. No, it is. I'll be honest. This is why it's a mixed bag.
Nobody in your midfield that can create.
No,
chances
but people have
like
been
him.
screaming out for Griezmann. People have been. A lot of our fans have been screaming out for Griezmann.
Griezmann's a different type of player, isn't he?
Across the front three, you know, Ozil. You're not even always playing him number 10. He's just in that front three. He can kind of go across the final third.
I think if he played for you, he'd be 10. He'd be orchestrating.
We do need a 10. Yeah, we do need a 10.
You know, listen. I think if he was in your midfield, he'd do well. I mean, because
I agree.
You know, with the pacey players ahead of him, he'd be supplying no end of chances for them. But as I said, all your fans in the past.
Well, some of your fans have been saying it too, though.
No.
A lot of your fans also needs to pull his finger out or just leave. And
the problem is the fans don't question. It's an English fan thing where we question the work rate of players like Ozil. But I think again the problem we've had is that over the years we should have put like a general behind him.
Yeah.
Because he ain't going to track back.
No, exactly. And it's unfair to ask him to do that. It's not his game.
It's never been his game. And I think fans sometimes, if we're having a bad time and they see players like Ozil not crunching in attack, he's like, you know, we'll see. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, but, you know, if you put a couple of generals, but you put Fellaini behind him, a couple of men like that, and say, right, all your job's to do is to just win the ball back and give it to Ozil, then he's effective. You know what I mean?
I think he can be effective at Man United. I think
but all of a sudden
has been like
it's good now, isn't it?
the way where I've always thought he's a good player. For me, I have. Yeah? I think it's Wenger who's misused him. I do, because there were times
good,
I've always thought Ozil was a good player. I just think that Wenger didn't use him right. There's been games where Ozil goes missing or is not part of how well you're playing, or you're trying to play well and he's not part of it. He's a luxury player. I think when it's going well and he's got players behind him, then go and do your thing. I think, like you said, you haven't had two solid central midfielders. You've been chopping and changing now, and then he's not good enough.
He's a bit of a luxury player.
Yeah, I mean, I think that
you're right. Yeah, he's a bit of a luxury player, and when
going gets tough, you got to hook him. And Wenger doesn't do that. You leave him on for 90 minutes, play, even though he's having an absolute stinker. Wouldn't drop him until recent.
You got a Ferrari, but you got to take your kids to school. You get a people carrier. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Nah, but he's
on form, he's
top,
world class.
Top
he's world class.
player.
He's world class.
And he's the sort of player that. And the other night against Huddersfield was sublime. I know it's Huddersfield, but if he comes to the party on Saturday. We'll be good. We'll be in good shape.
That front three scares me. I know, like you're saying, Lacazette might be out, but I'll be honest.
I think he could be out, but it could still be Welbeck. I personally think if he's out, it'd be Welbeck on the right, or maybe down the middle, and Alexis and Ozil. And that's still good. With the option to bring Giroud on later on.
Yeah, he's always handy off the bench for you. A good plan B.
He scored 2 goals the other night.
Yeah.
So it's looking good, man. It's just going to be a good game. I'm looking forward to it.
We could be without Matic as well, and that's big for us. Yeah. That's big. I really hope he shakes off this potential hamstring. Because we're going to need it.
Although, to be fair, Herrera has been... He can fill in for a minute. He
can fill in, but he's had an up and down season. Last year, he was arguably our best midfielder.
Mourinho slagging him off,
yeah, exactly. Getting onto him, and he's questioned a few plays.
What to the brother? Listen, slag off. What's your left back again? What's it?
Who's Daley Blind?
Not Blind. The proper left back.
Luke Shaw.
He slag off Luke Shaw. Yeah. He slag off Herrera. He slag off. What to Mkhitaryan?
No, listen. Let me tell you about
Ozil.
Do you know what?
You're on about Ozil going missing.
He's gone missing. He has gone missing, and the
fans.
What
to Mkhitaryan?
The fans have been saying he's been gone missing for a little while now, and he needs some time outside. And that's the thing.
But has he been playing right? So has he been playing?
We tried him number 10, not good enough. Tried him out on the wing, not good enough.
Not good enough.
He hasn't been. Not that he's not good enough all overall. He hasn't been playing well enough, Jose likes to question the player's mentality. He did it with Martial last year when, for me, I was worried that Martial might even leave the club. I mean, him and Jose were kind of like this. But look how Martial was this season. Jose likes to do that. He likes to question the player's ability to challenge themselves to get back in the side.
Diss him in public to get the best out of it.
That's what he does, though. But if you think about it, he also protects his player a lot of the time. When Lukaku, he'd been on a barren spell, not playing well, Lukaku shouldn't have any criticism. He's been phenomenal, and Jose knows the battles to pick. He knows how to get inside the players' heads to challenge them. And if you fail that test, you're gone.
Where Mkhitaryan,
he wouldn't dare challenge Pogba. He wouldn't dare challenge Zlatan. Yeah, you're right. Little Luke Shaw, little Mkhitaryan. Yeah, you're right. Martial, we don't really speak at the best of times. Yeah. Not very expressive, but nah, I'm looking forward to it, man. And if we beat, I'm going to say it now. If I do think it'll be a draw. I think it'll be a draw. But it's my 30th birthday. And if we beat you, mate, I'm going to be giving it outside the Emirates, I swear to God. No, I will. I'll take it if we lose. I will take it. I'm not going to hide. I will take it if we lose. But if we beat you, just know.
Right. But if we beat you, make sure you come over by our corner.
I'll be there. I'll
make sure you don't worry.
Was I there last year?
I'll chat
last year I was there.
Sure
I had to take it. Right? Danny Welbeck scored. I had to take it. All on me. I had to take it. I'll make it as good as I get.
On your birthday,
mate. Like I said,
don't worry, man. Whatever happens, I'm gonna wish you a happy birthday. You know what I mean? I ain't like that. I'm not horrible like that. But
don't know. I think I might see a different side to you, especially if you roll us over. You might get caught up in the moments like this and doing that, man.
Well, all I say to you, man, is you know, just whatever. Go into it with the attitude that whatever happens, I'm gonna have a nice birthday. Whatever happens, don't be relying on the game.
I'm not. No, I'm not.
Don't rely on that game.
I'm not.
Right, for the happiness of your birthday.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Right, because if you do, trust me, there's as many Spurs man the other day that came a crop at Arsenal because they come there running up their mouth, man. And trust me, we sent them home. Right. I like it. There's a fan that I interviewed the other night, and he said if they come and park the bus, we're going to shift that for them. So
that's what I'm saying. I don't want us to do that. We need to have the perfect balance between attack and defence and that counter. If we just sit back and I remember last year, Martial was playing like left back basically. He was sitting on top of the defence, and I was sitting there looking at what we're doing. Yes, we had 1 hour in the Europa League, and technically, well, we won it in the end. So you have to say that was a good decision to rest them players. But for me, if we go there and I see our attacking players right back in our half playing as wing backs, Martial and Rashford, I don't want to see that, man. We have to pose a threat to you because. Like you say, Bellerin's not the best going backwards. Martial can skin him all day. But will that Martial turn up? Will Jose put in his head, I want you to get the ball and I want you to drive, or nah,
when you get forwards on that wing, and if you lose it,
exactly,
then the ball's with Ozil.
And that's why we need that. We need that balance. We need that balance.
Or Welbeck. So that's something to think about. You know what I mean? So it's just,
We'll see what happens. Well, Robbie, thank you for talking to us, man.
In advance, I'm wishing you a happy birthday, just in case you don't want to come and see me after the game.
No, I'll be there.
Happy birthday,
I promise you, I'll go on camera now. Yeah. Win, lose, draw, whether we get battered 5-0 or win 5-0, I'll be there.
Birthday,
thank you, man.
God bless you for your birthday. Once the game's done.
30, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.